5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Atlantic Tunnel. High above the Pacific Ocean, Thunderbird 1 makes a light turn. Scott Tracy radios International Rescue Base. About to release. Target, father. Jeff Tracy receives the call inside the luxurious lounge. Up, baby. Scott. Are you ready, Gordon? Close to the island, Thunderbird 4 moves across the water. Standing by, Dad. Scott, operator control, and the small target craft streaks above Thunderbird 4 and Gordon acts. The unwavering missile strikes, and the target is flung aside by the tremendous blast, but then... Right, brains. Ready the target and calls Scott and Gordon back to base. The signal is beamed onto the target craft. In the lounge, the small dart examined. Hardly a scratch, brains. Yes, Mr. Tracy, the test was most successful. Soon, Scott and Gordon return. Well, brains, guess you've done it. All those weeks of work have paid off. Yeah, you invented the strongest metal compound ever known to mankind. Yes, there is one problem. The base of the metal's formula is the mineral mozatinum. Now, he tells us, there's more than enough mozatinum in the world to build a dodging car, let alone the machinery we need. Scott's right, brains. What's the answer? The ore is beneath the ocean bed. We must get permits to survey the offshoot excavations of the Atlantic Tunnel project. I see. You're hoping to find deposits of mozatinum there, eh? Okay, I'll contact the authorities and register a claim. Excuse me? Excuse me, Mr. Tracy. The orchard needs some attention. That's okay. Kyrano, I'll come with you, Father. Tintin and Kyrano go to the gardens near the house, but suddenly... Father, what's wrong with you? Tintin rushes back to the lounge. Mr. Tracy, come quickly. My father is ill. Whilst walking in the garden, Kyrano, Jeff Tracy's faithful manservant, collapsed in agony. No. Kyrano's cries are strangely linked to a remote temple in Malaysia. Inside the building, the evil eyes glitter. Gilt statue of Kyrano. Speak, Kyrano, you cannot resist me. I, the Hood, have a power over you. What's International Rescue's next project? In his delirium, Kyrano is forced to speak. Mozatinum. They're going to survey it in the Atlantic Tunnel project. Atlantic Tunnel. Mozatinum, one of the world's rarest metals. I should go and register a claim with the Atlantic Tunnel authorities. Yes, I will pretend to work my claim. Then I can watch them and pounce when the opportunity is right. Tintin and Jeff Tracy and Tintin find Kyrano, but he remembers nothing of the strange influence wielded by the Hood. You take it easy, Kyrano. I'm sorry, Mr. Tracy. I don't know what came over me. I feel fine now. Try to relax, Father. This is not the first time you have had one of these attacks. It takes Jeff Tracy 3 months to get permits to survey his leased section of the Atlantic Tunnel offshoot excavations. Latest reports say the main tunnels beneath the Atlantic are progressing at a rate of 5 miles a day. Yes, this link with Europe will make the world a smaller place. It's a fantastic undertaking. Brains and I are ready to take off, Father. Okay, Alan. Keep in touch and don't lose those survey permits. The authorities won't let you near the excavations without them. The Tracy jet aircraft lifts off. In a block of offices near Boston, U.S. entrance of the Atlantic Tunnel, another team is receiving instructions. No, gentlemen. As the head of this company, I have a right to expect you to work at all speed. Of course, Mr. Shendon. You've picked some of the best geologists in the world. If there's any valuable mineral in your plot, we'll have them. Vincent Baker and his colleagues leave the office. As if I cared what they found. It's International Rescue's claim that interests me. Mr. Baker and his men give me the excuse I need to get to those tunnels. The tunnel authorities keep strict control on all flights to the site. Alan Tracy is given permission to land at the special airport. There it is, Rains. Possibly man's biggest engineering project. Yes, Alan. And to think that layout is duplicated on the other side of the Atlantic. Guess we'll have to make this bus. It leaves for the face in 5 minutes. Yes, they're running at hourly intervals. They take their allotted seats in the vehicle, then. Say, I know that guy there. It's Brains! Alan and Brains are at Boston, USA, entrance to the Atlantic Tunnel Project. They are going to survey the private leased offshoot tunnels for a very rare material known as mozatinum. Then, as they board the special shuttle vehicle that will take them into the tunnel systems, a man recognises Brains. Brains, fancy seeing you down here. It must have been 5 years since we've worked together.
Yes. It's Vincent Baker, isn't it?
Sure it is. We were at university together over in England.
What are you working on?
I'm heading a team to survey a stretch of offshoot tunnel. A guy named Shendon owns the claim rights.
Alan and I are here for a similar purpose. Alan's father is our boss.
Great! Maybe we'll see some more of each other. Who knows? We could be in adjacent tunnels. I'm working in K273.
We're in the same section, K279. First, we're going to have a look at the main tunnel excavations.
The shuttle car makes stage stops as it gets deeper beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Then it reaches the end of the line. The work face of this shaft is 50 yards further on.
It's a truly remarkable feat of engineering.
The conversation is cut short by the tremendous noise created by the fantastic excavating machines. For an hour, Brains and Alan watch in fascination as the rock is cut and more tunnel is built. Then they return by shuttle car to the entrance of shaft K279. You'll find a buggy. You'll find your shaft buggy in the parking lot just over there. Thanks. See you later. Each private shaft or offshoot tunnel has its own means of transport. Hang on to your hat. Brains, we're going to work. K279 has been excavated for a 3-mile stretch. Right, what's the first move?
I'll run the metrically tracer beam over the face to see if we got any sign of reading.
The small gadget is one of Brains' own inventions. Well, have we struck it lucky? Is there any sign of mozatinum?
It's too early to be definite, Alan. We'll have to take some rock samples and analyze them. But I'm not ruling out all hope.
Chiseling a few slivers of rock, Brains and Alan return to the main service control center and make use of the command laboratory. What about it, Brains? Any traces? Unfortunately not, but this type of rock structure carries seams of mozatinum. Working another bench is Vincent Baker and a colleague. Look here! Here, Brains, take a look at this sample. You're a brilliant guy. Tell me if I'm right. Brains examines the rock. Well, there appears to be definite traces of helium GS70. Well, that's what I figured. Gee, is Mr. Shendon gonna be pleased with us? Mr. Shendon is the hood in disguise. Baker reports to his nearby office. Of course, it's early days yet. We've have to use explosives to shift more rock and find how big the strike is. And then go and do it, Baker. Sorry, Mr. Shendon. You know the tunnel authorities have to do the blastings and Sorry, Mr. Shendon. You know the tunnel authorities have to do all the blasting in the shafts. We have to put in an application. Baker leaves his office. The official explosive unit might take weeks to do the job. Mr. Baker doesn't know he's dealing with the hood, and I wait for no one. Alan and Brains are enjoying coffee in the project cafeteria. That guy Baker was likely to make a positive strike soon. Uranium GS70 is pretty valuable. Yes, Alan, but what interests me is the thing that he missed. The rock sample contained mozatinum. Jeff Tracy has leased one of the private offshoot shafts of the Atlantic Tunnel project. Brains and Alan are surveying for a rare mineral known as mozatinum. After analysing some rock samples, they return to the excavations. They alight from their shuttle car at shaft K279, but sinister eyes watch them. If they discover mozatinum, they will find themselves working for me. I will kill them if they refuse. Using the name Shendon, the hood has leased K2 shaft K273. Uranium has been found in his tunnel, but he is more interested in the international rescue men. You know, you are quite sure about those mozatinum traces in the old body samples, Brains? Excuse me. Definitely, Alan. Vince Cable is a good geologist. But mozatinum is so rare he would not recognize it. Baker, he is my chief geologist. That means my own shaft contains the very mineral international rescue is searching for. The hood hurries back to his office and calls Vincent Baker. I want to start excavation in my own shaft at once. But Mr. Shendon, that means blasting. We'll have to call in the explosive experts. You told me that earlier, and I told you the authorities take too long. I hope you're not suggesting we do the blasting ourselves, sir, because I'll have no part of it. The official team know the structure of each tunnel. They could set their charges without causing any damage. Very well. Baker, you've made your point.
I suppose I'll have to wait. In the meantime, you and the others could take some time off. Waiting is not one of the Hood's favourite pastimes. That afternoon, good, I've managed to get into the tunnel without being seen. Carefully and expertly, he'd set some charges. Then operates the detonator. The dust and smoke clears. I'll analyze this sample myself. The explosives have helped the Hood, but they've also produced their own side effects. The severed cable carries light and power to the large section of the tunnel system. The surface controller spots the fault. Hey Harry! Section 12's blown! Could mean big trouble! That covers tunnels J, K, L and M. Boy, switch your emergency to the Mersey line and get a team down to investigate. The shock of the Hood's charges have not remained in K273. The impact has travelled along weak stratas. The whole area suffers as Earth shifts. In shaft 279. Brains, do you hear that? A kind of creaking. Yes, it's coming from above us. Suddenly. The Hood has exploded some rock to find a mineral known as mozatinum. He leaves the private shafts of the Atlantic Tunnel project, not realising or caring that his charges have caused some serious cave-ins, trapping Alan Brains and Alan Tracy. At last, the rock ceases to rain down. Are you all right, Alan? I'm not sure, Brains. I think my legs broken. The investigation team are rushed to the area. Looks bad. At least 30 tunnels have collapsed. Yeah, luckily the main shaft is unaffected. The controller radios the news to the tunnel directors and emergency services. It is now known that 2 men were in that section. All hope for them must be abandoned. We are not certain which shaft they were working in. The radio message is picked up by Thunderbird 5. It'll take weeks to dig out every tunnel. The trapped men are from the Tracy Survey Company. John Tracy relays the news to his father. We've got to locate Alan and Brian Scott. Yes, I figured out the best way. Excuse me. Yes, I figured the best way would check the whole danger zone from sea level. The sonar sounding device might pick up their position. What are we waiting for them? What are we waiting for? You find them, Scott. I'll get there as soon as I can with the excavation equipment. Within minutes, Thunderbird 1 takes the air. Thunderbird 2 quickly follows.
At maximum speed, Scott brings the fantastic scout aircraft low over the ocean, Atlantic Ocean. Thunderbird 1 to Thunderbird 2. Starting scan now. This is not going to be easy. Instruments show 35 tunnels caved in. The signal finally reaches Brains and Alan. Listen! The sonar device. Thunderbird 1 must be overhead. Yeah. Come on, Brains. Shout! That microphone on that gadget is strong enough to pick up our voices. Thunderbird 1 to Thunderbird 2. I found them, Virgil. They're in shaft K279. Okay, Scott. I'm on my way. Better warn the authorities. Scott radios to the Boston, USA entrance of the Atlantic Tunnel. The International Rescue here. We're going to attempt to get the two trapped men out. And I want your assurance that apart from the police and officials, the entire area will be cleared and no photographs taken. Okay, International Rescue, anything you say. The controller warns each building. International rescue aircraft are due at any moment. Everyone will be confined to their present position. The police will guard all exterior doors. It seems that my luck continues to be good. First, International Rescue leads me to the supply of mozatinum. Then it obliges by bringing its machines to me. To find a rare mineral known as mozatinum, the hood detonates, explodes, which causes sections of the Atlantic Tunnel offshoots to collapse. Brains and Alan are trapped beneath one rockfall. An international rescue have arrived at the tunnel entrance project. At request from Scott Tracy, police are restricting the movement of people at the site. Sorry boys, you'll have to stay in the building. Yeah, International Rescue arrived. They don't want to run the risk of their machines being photographed. But in the laboratory building, the hood has other plans. If I move fast, I can dodge the guards. They haven't checked this building yet. The hood gets 20 feet from the exit. Hey, Bonnie! Don't you hear the warning? Did you hear the warning? Get back inside! Sweeney, this guy's got a camera. Okay, pal, we'll take this. No hood at a minute. No arguments, fella. You can get the camera later. Head back to the lab and stay there. The hood is forced to obey. The stupid fuzz. No, one police guard is not going to stop the mighty hood. Meanwhile, International Rescue is going into action. With Virgil at the controls, the excavator enters the main shaft, leaving behind a long revolving belt. Over the ocean, Scott is in the sonar sounding. Keeps the sonar sounding device in position, relaying the exact location of Brains and Alan to Virgil. I hope they can still hang on until the excavator reaches them. Clearing the heavy boulders is simple, but lengthy. At last, Virgil reaches Brains and Alan. Soon have you clear, boys. Are you okay? It would appear that Alan has a fractured leg. They returned to the surface.
So, as not to arouse suspicion, I'll have to tell the arouse suspicion, I'll have to tell the authorities I'm taking you straight to the hospital in Thunderbird 2.
Their progress is uninterrupted.
See you back in space, Scott.
FAB. At Tracy Island, Alan's leg is dressed.
So, you're convinced this rockfall was caused by an explosion, Brains?
Yes, Mr. Tracy. The tunnel systems are magnificently engineered. Only one violent detonation could collapse them. The thing that worries me is the danger of more rockfalls, more stratas could have been weakened. At the main shaft, work continues, and no one is aware of the impending disaster. And suddenly, the whole area gives way. I can't breathe. We're trapped, and there's no air.
An explosion detonated by the hood has caused one cave-in of the Atlantic tunnel. International rescue had to rush to the scene to rescue Alan, Tracy and Brains. But the extent of the damage has spread, and the latest rockfall is even more serious because of the absence of air. Linked to the disaster area by a normal radio transmitter, the control is able to assess the situation. They can't breathe. This time we know exactly where they are, but there's no time for our machines to get through. International rescue guys did a fast job last time. Try to call them. John Tracy in Thunderbird 5 picks up the emergency call and relays to Tracy Island. This is a hot one. This is a real hot one, boys. Get moving, Scott.
Okay, Father, see you there, Virgil.
You'll need Thunderbird for animal, Virgil.
Come on, big brother, let's go.
Soon, Thunderbird Scott lifts off in Thunderbird 1. Travelling at maximum speed, Scott contacts the controller. That's right. The air in that shaft will last less than 2 hours. We'll never get the mole through to them in time. Thunderbird 2 to Thunderbird 1 to Thunderbird 2. You'll have to launch Gordon so he can get air to those guys. FAB, Scott. Leave it to us. You warn the authorities to guard the area. 15 minutes are left as Thunderbird 2 starts its descent above the ocean. Thunderbird 4 is launched with Gordon at the controls. Acting on information from the control center, Gordon approaches a position above the collapsed tunnel. Thunderbird 4 to mobile control, about to start drill hole. Using a special drill that seals the bore hole as it descends, Gordon cuts through the bedrock. Hey, they're drilling to us. Yeah, but if we don't get air soon, they'll be saving corpses. Automatically, the drill is withdrawn and an air line fed into the borehole.
Reckon we've made it just in time, Scott.
Great. Gordon, Thunderbird 2 should be at the tunnel head soon. Having retrieved the pod, the giant transporter speeds towards transporter aircraft speeds towards the coast. Mobile control to Thunderbird 2. Mobile control to Thunderbird 2. As soon as you touch down, Virgil, get the mole moving. FAB, Scott. Be with you in 4 minutes. As air reaches the trapped men, they recover, but danger threatens from a new source. Listen, Jed, that clicking, what is it? It's a Geiger counter. It's registering radiation hazard. The rock cutter, an atomic. The rock cutter, an atomic reactor has been damaged. In a collapsed section of the Atlantic Tunnel, 10 men are trapped close to the shaft face. International rescue are at the scene with Thunderbird 4 supplying the men with air, but then another hazard is discovered. No mistake, mister. The isotopes are exposed. Radiation risk is increasing all the time. We've got about 30 minutes, I reckon. At his mobile control unit, assembled at the tunnel entrance, Scott radios the plan of campaign to Thunderbird 2. Hurry it up, Virgil. We'll need them all. Then Scott repeats his request to the authorities to guard against photographers and members of the public. The police are on guard, International Rescue. There will be no slip-ups. We know how important it is for your machines to remain top secret. Thunderbird 2 arrives. But the Hood, the cause disaster, intends to take no notice of the restrictions. Everyone has been ordered to remain exactly in his present position. Except the police guards. It is good that I have a photographic memory. Earlier, a guard had examined the Hood's camera. The evil mastermind remembers every detail of that policeman's features. When this is finished, I will find that stupid man. Then the secrets of international rescue machines will be mine. As the Hood works on, Virgil leaves Thunderbird 2 in the mall. It moves along the shaft and begins its vital work. Unseen, the Hood manages to locate the police guard who is so vivid in his memory. Quickly, the senseless man is dragged into a nearby building. Excellent. Now to stop the photo alert signal on the mobile control unit. Scott is busy talking on the radio. He is not suspicious of the approaching man. Yes, my brother's on his way. How did it? Look down there. The radiation hazard increases with each second. 20 minutes and we'll be dead. We'll be dead. Can't that drill of yours go any faster? You got to speed things up, Virgil. Even now those guys could have serious after effects. In the mall, Virgil has come up against a serious problem. Mole to mobile control. There's a strata of solid rock immediately ahead. It could take longer to cut through than we figured. Unconcerned about the danger and drama underground, the Hood continues his plan. I've been sent to relieve you, pal. The chief says you've got to guard the lab building. Okay, Sweeney, but make sure no one takes pictures of that baby. The hood has no intention of heeding the other man's warning. 10 men are trapped in the collapsed shaft of the Atlantic Tunnel. One of the atomic excavating machines is damaged, and radiation hazard is critical. Virgil Tracy in the International Rescue Machine, the Mole, is up against tunneling difficulties of the worst kind. Mole to mobile control. I'm clearing the granite at last, Scott, but I can't hear the trapped men. Scott checks his electronic speakers. There's been a radio link. There's been a radio failure on the link with the danger zone. Maybe Gordon can raise them. Thunderbird 4 is on the seabed supplying air to the trapped men. I can hear them, Scott. Check. Oh, I can hear them, Scott, over the sonic microphone. They estimate 15 minutes to disaster. As the drama continues underground, the hood, in the disguise of a police guard, is completing his work. I have sufficient film. These pictures will make me one of the most powerful men in the world. Then the mole breaks through. Dressed in his anti-radiation suit, Virgil moves past the trapped men. I've got to see all those isotopes. These men look pretty bad. Virgil clambers into the excavating machine. I can't shift the atomic motor hatch cover. Fighting against time, Virgil at last frees the cover. Here goes. No hope there are no defects in this suit. He sweats as the most dangerous part of his task begins. At last, the isotopes are safely sealed. Phew! Now to get those guys back to the surface. It'll be tight squeeze, but I reckon the mole can make it. Soon, the wandering machine is returning through the rock wall. As the hood makes his getaway. Hey, you're the guy who stole my uniform. Get out of my way. But the police guard hangs on. Let's have a good look at you. I'll teach you to impersonate me. You've... Desperately, the hood reaches his pocket. You've asked for it. Ah! What's on the surface? The hood reaches private aircraft. The fools. Nothing could stop the mighty hood. While international rescue saves some trapped men from a collapsed section of the Atlantic Tunnel, the hood escapes with a full photograph record of Thunderbirds 1. But a police guard, wounded by the hood, staggers to his feet and tries to give a warning. Stop! Stop! Virgil sees the man just in time. The crazy fool! He could have been run down! Quickly, the policeman explains. The hood! He had a camera! Gotta stop it! Aircraft! Use Thunderbird 1, Scott. He can't be too far away. Thunderbird 1 lifts off. The superior speed of Scott's aircraft is too much for the hood. He's gaining. I'll try how to shoot him down. Scott anticipates his aggression. So, he wants to play rough, eh? Next second.
Who's in our rescue? I'll have to eject. I've dropped my camera. My lovely films will be lost.
As the camera falls, Scott quickly assesses the situation. If I can fix that camera, I can leave the police to collect that guy when he lands. Scott fires a micro missile. Everything's fixed here. Virgil, how's it your end? Just great, Scott. The medics say the men will be fine in a couple of weeks. I'll collect Gordon and Thunderbird 4. I'll see you back at base. FAB. Thunderbird 4 is ready. Come aboard, Gordon. On my way. In Thunderbird 1's wake, Thunderbird 2 heads back to Tracy Island. Thunderbird! 1 to Thunderbird 2. I've just picked up a message from the police. The guy got away. That guy got away. But the guard's recovering in hospital. Then, apart from the hood, we've had a successful mission. Later, in Jeff Tracy's lounge. Well, boys. Well done, boys. We mustn't forget the mozatinum. I have managed to buy out the Shendon shaft, so Brains will get his metal. Then I can make the international rescue machines even stronger. Great. Now if Scott wouldn't mind getting me up to Thunderbird 5, I'll leave John. Reckon my leg will mend just as well in space as down here. The end.